Not all business marketplaces attract the same sellers. And if you don't understand that, then you're shopping in the blind. In this video, I'm going to show you how BizQuest and other marketplaces are different from BizBuySell and Flippa. What kinds of deals actually show up there and how to decide whether you should be spending your time in that marketplace. By now, you know, in this series isn't about just chasing listings. We start with the industry first. We determine what type of buyer you are. Then the sourcing strategies and marketplaces are just tools inside the bigger process. Today is about learning how different types of sellers choose to list, because that tells you a lot about the deal before you ever look at numbers. Most buyers assume all marketplaces are basically the same. And let me tell you, they are not. If you want help comparing deals across platforms like this, the link below will take you to my free business buyers community, Firewatch Business Lab on Skool.com. This is where we slow things down so we can think more clearly. BizQuest sits somewhere between BizBuySell and the rest of the market, right? What you'll often see on BizQuest are smaller businesses, more likely locally owned and operated. Owners are early in the thinking about selling phase. In many cases, BizQuest sellers are not polished, which is not a bad thing, but it changes how you approach them, right? BizQuest often reflects intent, not readiness. Because of that, BizQuest listings often require more patience. You may see incomplete financial, vague descriptions, owners who aren't sure they really want to sell yet. This is where a lot of buyers get super frustrated. But this is also where conversations can actually start. BizQuest rewards buyers who can ask good questions without being pushy. When considering a small business to purchase, there's many questions to have to ask, many options to research, and it can be overwhelming. It reminds me of Jeremiah 6:16. This is what the Lord says: stand at the crossroads and look. Ask for the ancient paths. Ask where the good way is and walk in it, and you will find rest for your souls. But you said, we will not walk in it. It's important to have that person and the people, including God, to have advice, and you question them and what path you need to take. Beyond BizQuest, there are dozens of smaller or niche marketplaces. You know, they could be industry specific. They can be local businesses for sale on local boards, regional brokers' websites, trading association listings. These platforms tend to attract sellers who don't want a mass exposure. Sometimes that means less competition, sometimes it means they're less prepared. Lower visibility doesn't automatically mean a better deal, but it can be a completely different conversation. This is where buyer type really matters. Operator buyers often do well here. Owner buyers can find opportunities if they're patient, right? Investor buyers need to be super cautious. Smaller marketplaces often require more owner involvement early on. If you're expecting to be an absentee owner from day one, this may not be the place where you need to be hunting for a good deal. A common mistake is assuming smaller platforms mean easier deals. In reality, they often mean more ambiguity. If you're uncomfortable with uncertainty or early conversations that don't go anywhere, this can feel like a total waste of time. But if you understand the role this plays in your process, it can be extremely valuable. Here's how I recommend using BizQuest and similar marketplaces. Treat listings as conversation starters. Ask questions before judging the price. Focus on owner motivation. It's not going to be polished. Keep expectations realistic. You're not shopping, you're listening. Each market plays a very different role. BizBuySell gives you volume and structure. Flippa tests your discipline and technical understanding. BizQuest and niche sites give you early conversations. Together, they give you perspective. Here's the key takeaway. Where a business is listed tells you a lot about the seller. When you understand that, marketplaces stop being confusing and they start being useful. If you want help comparing opportunities across platforms and deciding which actually fits for you, the link below will take you to my free business buyers community, Firewatch Business Lab on Skool.com. The next video you should watch is working with a business broker, because eventually most serious buyers will work with brokers or at least interact with them. And it's important for you to know how that matters and how to deal with that. So, see that video next, and I will see you in it. And thank you so much for watching. And remember, I will see you in the lab.